Hello everyone, my name is Zaki. This is the first time I have uploaded a video on my YouTube channel. So today I will explain the history of Munasain, or the Indonesian National Museum of Natural History. National Museum of Indonesian Natural History, or Munasain, formerly known as the Indonesian Etabony Museum, is a museum in Bogor City which hosts collection and explanation of Indonesian natural history regarding the relationship between various biological resources and ethnography in the Indonesian region. The Etabony Museum was inaugurated by Professor Dr. B.J. Habibie on May 18, 1982. The word Etabony consists of two words, namely ethno, which means ethnicity, and botany, which means plants. The Ethnobotany Museum has 2,000 ethnobotanical artifacts from various dioramas and of floras. Use ethnobotany means a science that studies the use of plants by certain ethnic groups for their daily needs. The Ethnobotany Museum stores various kinds of plants from all over the archipelago and their cultures. The aim of this museum is to preserve Indonesian diverse flora and cultures as a means of information regarding the scope of ethnobotany. The idea of establishing this museum was first put forward in 1962 by Professor Sarwono Prawiharyo, who at that time was chairman of LIPI. The development of this museum is gradual, with a 5 years development target. The museum collection consists of household utensils, clothing materials, food and traditional medicines, various crafts, musical instruments. To reach the museum, you only need to walk about 10 minutes from the Bogor Botanical Gardens. Another alternative is to use a handicap from the area Bogor Botanical Gardens. The Ethnobotany Museum has around 2,000 artifacts from various regions in Indonesia. Each exhibition window displays a collection based on plant type and their use. There are several collections that are united by region, such as the Lontar area. Visitors can see the use of palm leaf, which are a favorite ingredient of tribes in the East Nusa Tenggara area, in making various crafts such as water containers to the sasando musical instrument. Apart from collections that are placed in glass, there are also collections that are left open, so visitors can freely see. Call it the waving exhibition section. In this area, various looms made of wood are displayed. Meanwhile, in the glass area, there is an area for pandan leaves, and they are used as baskets, chairs, and other household objects. Even similar to rattan and wood parts, uniquely in the wood section, clothes made from tree bark are displayed. There is also an exhibition area for the use of plants for herbal medicine, as well as making tempeh with yeast and sobians. The replicas of traditional houses use plants, such as a traditional house of the Timorese tribe, which use palm leaves. Visitors can also see the use of coconut shells, bamboo, batik, dyeing techniques, use natural materials, various woven fabrics, and many other plants and creation. Apart from the history of the Munazain Museum, I also want to talk about prehistoric human in the Munazain Museum, the first of which are caves and residential niches. In the early history of human civilization, life has existed on Earth for billions of years. The formation of oxygen in the atmosphere is capable of multiplying lives from with varying levels of complexity. Plants and animals change over time, starting in water and spreading across continents. The discovery of shells and bones, as well as stone or lithic tools in caves and niches, is evidence of early prehistoric human lives. They consume both gastropods and palecypods, which are collected from freshwater areas such as river, lake, and swamp. part or bones fragments of vertebrates such as Confidae, Macaca, and Suidae also provide evidence of past human lives in foraging for food. The second is discovery of fire. The most spectacular human invention is fire. Apart from stone tools, fire is a tool for human life that other species do not have. The discovery of fire has shown the own power of human to change, subdue, and dominate nature. Through fire can change the diet from vegetarian to omnivorous, though the process of cooking meat and the grains and tubers. The third is the Stone Age civilization. More than a million years, the archipelago is one of the places for various human activities and residents in the world. A number of tools found in Pacitan, Sangiran, Ngandong, Sabung Macan, and Kedung Cempeng originate from the Paleolithic era. These evidence include hand axes, impact axes, cutting axes, and punching axes. This discovery shows that Javanese humans had the habit of hunting, gathering, and living in caves. I think that's all for my video. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.